Before we even get into this, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you guys, okay? Your striker for these tactics that I'm showing you has to be 90 plus pace, 90 plus attacking positioning, because it's true ball season. If he has those stats, he's going to make crazy runs. You're just going to get free goals from true balls. And that really is a huge part of this game. So if you have a slow striker, these tactics are just not for you, in my opinion. You can still try them, but they're going to be a lot worse. I'm obviously using Mbappe. Somebody like Werner, those sort of players would be really good if you're on like a lower budget. But anyways, guys, 150 likes for today's updated 4-3-3-4 tactics. I know it's much anticipated, as that video is actually my highest viewed on the channel all time. So thank you very much for that, guys. Without further ado, let's get into today's tactics. Are you fed up of coming against God Squad game in and game out?
What?
If so, make sure to head over to u7buy.com using the link in the description below. And don't forget to use code RAN at checkout for an extra little discount. So welcome back to day 10, nearly finished, of the 12 tactics of Christmas. I want to say thank you guys for the support, but today we got the 4-3-3-4. Now I know, I can already see the comment. I know. I'm not talking about trees. I'm not talking about Christmas trees. I'm talking about the third number. Like I was saying in the intro, you need a striker with pace, attacking positioning. It doesn't get any better than Mbappe, I'll be honest, right? 92 attacking positioning, 97 pace, hollow work rates, pretty ridiculous. I mean, you can try to tag space up, you'll see it straight away. I don't need to show footage. It literally, you get the ball to your cam, your striker makes a stupid run, you press triangle or Y, and you're one-on-one. It's that simple. It is ridiculous. And what makes it even easier is the wingers. So they actually have a huge part to play, but they actually don't receive the ball that much, for at least how I play it. All they do is bait the fullbacks. So the fullbacks stay on them, which means your striker just has the two center backs, and he'll peel away either way. Play through ball, bang. It's very simple. Now, defensive style balanced as always. With 40, it's kind of because the wingers are too wide in defense. I need a bit narrower so we can do something. Depth, we're rocking 65 on next gen. I like to bring it down to 40 on old gen. Now, somebody did make the point on another one of my videos. I replied to the comments, as I always do, reply to every comment. He said, I like 70 depth on old gen because otherwise I get under too much pressure with 40 depth. Interesting concept. I'll give it some value, as that is, you are going to be under a bit more pressure. But for me, there's nothing worse than getting true balled. Okay? So if you want to play a high line, feel free. Do it. Like, these are guidelines. These are what I like to do. You can mess around and adjust them as you want, and I would even encourage you to not play exactly what I do, but take mine, play with it, and then adjust it to like how your own play style, because you're not going to play exactly like me. Nobody plays the exact same. You're gonna just have balance because the player instructions are gonna carry. There's a lot of player instructions, but we'll get to that. Just keep the 50 width. You want the wingers to stay wide enough in this. You don't want to make it any more narrow, because then you might as well just play a 4-2-3-1. So we want to keep the wingers utilized out on the wing. 10 box, pretty standard. Corners, free kicks, nothing special. Here's how we'll line up in game. So once again, wingers, just bit pacey. They won't get in too many shooting positions, but obviously every now and then they do. Cam, it's like an important position, but I don't think it's actually that crazy important. You do want it to just be an attacker, because how I play is, if you can't get that counter attack off, they become a second striker. Okay, so you do want basically an attacker there. They won't do anything defensively, so there's literally no point having something like a De Bruyne. You want a real attacker. You don't want a midfielder per se. You don't want an actual counter. You really want an attacker with just a bit of passing about them. That's about it. 5-star weak foot is nice because the striker can make a run either side, either left or the right. So it is nice to be able to pass on Neymar's left 5-star weak foot if I need to. You know, a 4-star weak foot is probably gonna suffice as well. And then midfield, pretty standard. Somebody good on ball, somebody good defensively, and then normal back four. So my tactics are a little weird here to some people, but trust me, they have a meaning. So basically, well, you got to stay forward, cut inside against the box, pretty standard. But I've getting behind on these two players, and so the reason I have that is I want a passing option. If they get marked, I want somebody to not be like running in behind as well. Otherwise, I'll just run out of passing options and have to go back. I like with Bamba as well because he's a little bit slower than the other two. I mean, he's still got like 90 something pace, but he's a little bit slower and he's got great passing. So for me, if you have maybe any one of those sort of slightly slower players that maybe have a bit better passing, maybe like a Rannerz or something, you can have him not on getting behind, and then he can be an outlet. So if I have the ball with Neymar, these two are just marked and running offside, you'll still have Bamba kind of there that you can just driven pass into, and you can start the attack from there as well. And so with the cam, you'll see stay forward obviously for the counter attacks, but then get into the box is key. When you like kind of hold possession, they'll add as like a shadow striker, a secondary person in the box, so that you'll have two attackers and be able to pass across the box and create more chances. At center mid, pretty standard. We have them both stay back. I don't have a towel on balance in this. His high attack and work rate gets him up a pitch a bit anyways, and because these are CMs and not CDMs, you're more susceptible to a counter attack because they will naturally be more pushed up the pitch. So I definitely recommend stay back on both of those, and then obviously just stay back on the fullbacks. They never do anything for you offensively, that is. So then over on attacking, we got pretty much the same defensive stuff. You can drop this down to 40 depth on old gen if you prefer, or if you want to stay a high line and live life dangerously, you can just have the same width on old gen. But personally, I like with a lower depth. We just got direct passing as the only offensive change here, simply for just more better runs and stuff, and just a different style. It can catch your opponents off if you've been running balanced the whole game, and just a switch to direct passing alone can open up more chances that you weren't getting while using balanced. We'll see there's a few changes here. We're going to come short on the wingers, similar to say my 4-4-2. The reason is direct passing, if you have them on balance or get them behind, they dart forward way too much, especially as wingers. So we need to come short so that they will be available for the ball. Mbappe here is just stay forward so you can still counterattack, and direct passing will essentially make him make runs anyways. So if you double up, we get him behind, he'll just kind of glitch offside. He'll keep like running offside. I don't know if you guys have tried it, but yeah, he'll keep doing that, especially with one striker. You can't get away with it. In two strikers, you can kind of get away with direct passing and get him behind, as one of them will probably be onside, but definitely not with one. Definitely not with one. You can't risk that. It'll get you in too many sticky spots. You need them to be able to receive the ball. Cam, pretty much the same. Stay forward and get into the box as that shadow striker role once again. CDMs are going a towel balance. That's just kind of to suit the fact that this is an attacking style and should be switched to if you're struggling to score. Just gets you an extra body forward. Obviously does leave you more vulnerable to the counter attack. Fofana, don't want that guy going forward at all. Say defensive center mid should certainly stay back while attacking, and the fullbacks stay back while attacking. Simple as. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like. 150 likes on the tactics videos as always. If you're new around here, feel free to subscribe, click on the notification bell, because otherwise you actually don't get alerts when I upload, which is kind of silly. But anyways, that's YouTube's business, not mine. But until next time, have a good day.